We're going around and around over here. I can't see myself off this wheel. Oh, Jiminy crickets. Because I keep saying, is it my ego then? Right? It's like, I want to believe it the way I believe it because it feels good and right. But does it feel good and right because then it soothes my ego that I'm right? Do you see what I'm saying? And then I always do come back to my right? Because is it my rule book? Do unto others as you want done unto you? Is it just so deeply embedded in me that I thought it was the rule? Do you see what I'm saying? It can be a tricky trap to get out of, where I'm like, I don't consider it a trap and I like it. But is it just soothing my ego and keeping me capped? Like you've heard me say, fine, but don't bitch and whine, right? Because it's like it's like that's the rule, that's the contract, right? And so I'm like, well, then why do they make such crazy contracts? Because they're not thinking clearly, right? So it's like they get desperate because they're depleted. They're depleted because they're not connected. And so they're not coming from their highest and best. They're coming from their south node. They're coming from lack. They're coming from less than. And so they're desperate. And so they don't think it through. They're like, fine, whatever. I need this, right? And so they accept the less than because they're so dehydrated. They have to have a drink. But then once they get satiated and once they start to float back up, they're like, fuck, what have I done? And it's too late then. So it's like, well, no one wants to hear it because now they get smacked with the karma. And it's like, no, you don't get to bitch and complain now. Remember, you signed the contract. Do unto others as you want done to you. So now it's happening to you. What's the problem? Well, I was depleted and dehydrated and desperate and I couldn't see clearly. Yeah, that's what happens. Why did that happen? Because I wasn't connected. I moved from fear, not from love. And we all do this. But so all that said, unconditional love is unconditional love. That's not happening from the highest vibration. That's happening from your higher self, giving you the smack before you're allowed to get back in reconnection. So it's like, have you learned your lesson? So it's always up to your higher self. So how ethical or how moral or how strict or how cruel or how nice or how whatever is your higher self? And is your higher self your ego? Sometimes I think the three of us get confused in here. Who's who? Who's in charge in here? What is happening? Who is in charge? Oh, goodness gracious. I don't think we got off the wheel. I haven't come to any conclusion. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.